Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm my Grand Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of my green enlightenment. In today's DIY is going to be a thrift flip. Here I have this chest that I purchased from the Habitat for Humanity. It was $10 and I purchased it on a Tuesday, which is the military discount. So I actually ended up getting 20% off. So I actually ended up paying $8 for this chest. And I'm just showing you what it looked like before I did the makeover on it. So here I am giving it a really good wipe down with some Dawn soap, and I also did use some hot water and bleach because this chest was in a cat owner's home, and it smelled like cats. So I wiped it down 3 or 4 times, and it was really dirty and really smelly. So after I completely wiped it down from top to bottom, I went ahead and started to remove the back of it off. And so while I'm taking it back and off, I would like to just thank you all for spending your Sunday with me and watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're already subscribed, I greatly appreciate you continuing to watch my videos on Sundays. Thank you. And I really do appreciate you all for continuing to watch my videos and supporting my channel. So I first started off by sanding the chest with some 80 grit sandpaper. And so I actually thought this chest was made out of wood. And once I actually started to sand it, I realized that it was actually Formica or particle board and not wood. And I'm not sure, but I believe it may have also been homemade. I'm not really sure. But here I am just showing you, and those are all the cat claws, and this is what it looked like after I sanded it. And that's when I realized it was particle board, and it also had several different colors and layers of different colors of paint all over it. And that is when I quickly decided that I was going to have to make do a change of plans, because originally I thought that this was all made of wood and I was going to sand it down completely, and I had planned on staining it. And once I realized that it was particle board, I decided I was just going to go ahead and paint it. So first I started off by using some Bondo wood filler and just filling in some of the areas that needed it. And then once I had that complete, and once I had those areas filled in, I went back and I sanded them smooth. And then I took some Rust-Oleum flat white primer, and I started off, I wanted to use the primer on the inside of the chest, and then I just decided to use it all over. So what I had left in the can covered the whole chest with one coat. And then once I did that, I ended up using my Krylon white chalk paint, and I gave it 3 coats, and it still was not completely covered with 3 coats. And so I ended up bringing it inside and just taking some time to look at it and just to decide what I was going to do with it, because I actually kind of did not like the white and it was taking a lot of coats. So I just decided that I was going to try something a little bit different. So what I ended up doing was taking my walls in my kitchen and my dining room are, oh my goodness, what color are the walls in my kitchen and my dining room? I just went completely blank. So the color is alabaster. So, and it's in a satin finish. So what I ended up doing was just taking, using what we had left over, and I gave it 2 coats of the alabaster paint. So and I like that a lot better than the bright white, because it was really bright and I just thought it was too bright for my liking. and that wasn't really the look that I was going for. So this is after the two coats, after the three coats of the white chalk pink, excuse me, and I still had some blotches on the chest. And here I'm going to show you what it looked like after I gave it the two coats of the alabaster. So here I'm just showing you the paint here. This is what I used in my kitchen, and this is what it looked like after I gave it two coats. And I did two coats on the outside, and then the inside I gave it three coats because it just soaked the paint in. And then I went to Lowe's, and then I had them cut me a piece of birch plywood, and here I'm just showing you that I painted the edges with the alabaster paint. And then I have some contact paper that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and they only had 2 rolls, so that's all I was able to get. So I decided to just give it a little bit of color. So I went ahead and covered the backing with the contact paper, and then I also covered the inside of the lid, so when you open it up you'll see the contact paper on the inside of the backing and on the inside of the lid. So here I am just taking that contact paper and adding it to the particle board or the backing, and that contact paper is so pretty. I love the way that it looks, and I really wish they would have had more, because I actually probably would have used it to cover the whole inside of this chest, but they only had the 2 rolls. So here I am just using my hand to flatten it all out and to make sure that I get all of the bumps and wrinkles out. And I'm gonna I'll take it back inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the remainder of the contact paper off. And then once I have that complete, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna bring the lid back out, and the top of the chest out, and then I'll go ahead and add it. But first I'm going to see how it looks, and look at how good that looks. I just love the way that it turned out. So then I'm going to go ahead and get the top of it, or the lid. I'm going to go ahead and reattach it to the chest. And then once I have it completely attached, I'm going to go ahead and tape the back of it, and I'm going to use my nail gun and attach the back. And that is going to be pretty much it for this DIY. And then I also went back over it with some of the clear wax, and once I put the wax on it and I left it on for a little bit, and then I went back and wiped it off, and it is just so smooth to touch. This chest just turned out so nice. And I was actually looking at ordering a chest before I found this one at the Habitat, and they were over $100, and for a wood one it was going to be probably around, I think it was like over $300. So I actually ended up this was a happy blessing, because it was by the door when I walked inside the Habitat, and I had picked up a couple of items, and I actually ended up spending, I think when I was there that day, I think I spent around $12 and some change, and that included this chest. And as I was getting ready to check out, I asked the guy, I think he's the store manager, I can't remember, I want to say he's the store manager, and I asked him when he was going to put the chest up for sale, and he said, well, do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I was just waiting on I think he said he was waiting on a crafter or somebody with a good imagination who would take this home and give it some love. And I was like, well, that would be me. And so he said, I'll give it to you for $10. And I said, sold. So yeah, So this was a happy blessing, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out because my house isn't huge, and we are always looking for some type of storage solutions, and I thought this was perfect for what we needed. So yeah, let me know what you think about this DIY. And that is it for today's video. And I would like to thank you for spending your Sunday with me. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.